Hey, everybody. Hey, hey, hey. It's Thursday. Y'all know what day it is. It is time for Talented Thursday. And I am so excited as I am every week. So come on in the room. Thank you so much to my Vegas Praise family. For those of you that are listening, thank you to those that are watching on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. I'm excited tonight, y'all. I met this special guest on TikTok. And, I was just listening to his music one day and I thought it was so beautiful. So I reached out, that's what I do. I reached out and I brought him to you tonight. But before we get started, tell me where you're watching from. Come on in the room. Now, I'm just going to tell you about my week right quick, okay? It's been super busy preparing for things, running errands, doing all of these things. And y'all know what? The Stellar Awards are in Vegas right now. So shout out to the Stellars and all the beautiful artists that are in town. Shout out to Uncle G. I wanted to be there tonight, but I forgot I had a show tonight. I didn't even realize that we were on the same evening, but I am sending you much love. For the stellar artists, I am wishing you all a beautiful week. And for all of you that have come to Vegas, I hope you are enjoying the city. Y'all actually got a cool day. Now, listen, it's been really hot, like 115, 117, and up. And y'all got a little bit of rain. So that is something to be excited for. It means it cooled things down for you. And I'm sure the weather will be back up by the time the award show comes. But anyway, with that being said, let me tell you about tonight's guest. Y'all ready? Give me 1 second here. So tonight's guest, his name is Matthew James Long Jr. He's an accomplished musician and composer. He's had the privilege of accompanying several well-known gospel artists such as Kim McFarland, Lonnie Hunter, Pastor Carlos Moody Jr., and others. He's also performed in bands that opened up for artists such as Anthony Hamilton. Y'all know Anthony Hamilton. Y'all know Charlene and Chrisette Michelle. In 2000, he founded his music publishing company, Chordmony Music, under ASCAP. The company was incorporated in February of 2020, where Matthew serves as president and CEO. With a strong Christian foundation, Matthew has produced music on several gospel albums, including First Jurisdiction Illinois Mass Choir, Darwin Randolph, and his own Christian jazz band, Instrumental Praise. He served as the district minister of music for the, I believe it may be O.B. Hendricks Memorial District for 14 years, assistant state minister of music, and state organist for Third Jurisdiction Illinois, and currently serves in several church capacities as local minister of music for the Inspirational Deliverance Center Church of God in Christ. Let's see, under the leadership of Dr. Shirley A. Hughes, District Minister of Music of the C.M. Hughes Memorial District and Music Director for First Jurisdiction Illinois Music Department. As you can see, my guest knows music for sure. So stay tuned, keep watching. Let me play y'all this beautiful open. And up next, Matthew Long Jr. Let's go.
I don't think they're ready for this. You know what time it is? It's about that time of the week to showcase what you got. The talent that we have, it's a whole lot. You can sing, you can dance, you can rap, you can write. It doesn't matter. You know what time it is? Put your hands in the sky and wave them side to side. Every foot alive. It's Talented Thursday with Kimberly Eichelle. Let's go.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. And welcome my guest tonight, Mr. Matthew Long Jr. Clap your hands. Hey,
Good
Matthew.
evening. Hey, how you doing, Miss Kimberly Eichelle? I'm so glad to be here.
Thank you. I am so glad to have you. Welcome to the platform. As I tell all of my guests, Matthew, thank you for your yes, because you did not have to say yes. But when I reached out to you, your spirit was so pleasant and it was like, come on in. So I came on in, you came on in, and we're here tonight, right?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, indeed. So you are from Chicago.
Yes.
And when we had a conversation prior, you told me that your parents were musicians. So you started the drums at nine, age nine, which, first of all, you were little and keeping a beat, okay?
That's
And then
right.
piano at 18. So tell me about growing up in the city and with having musicians, parents who were musicians. Tell me what it was like in your home. What type of music were you hearing? So the feel of the city and the music as you were growing up.
Well, definitely growing up in Chicago, it's known as the gospel music capital of the world. And
Hmm.
so music fills the city. Especially like now during the summertime, you have outdoor festivals, and you will not have a festival without music. And then, of course,
Wow.
growing up in church, the black church, my grandfather's a pastor. And so my mother was the minister of music. She played the organ. My dad played the bass with his brothers in the band growing up. So there was music all around. When we would clean up, we'd clean up to music.
Yes.
Watching my mother learn songs to teach to the choir. So, and then, even playing video games, you hear music on video games. So it's music all around. And so just I like all kind of music, just of course gospel, but my dad listened to all kind of music, and so I'd be riding in the back seat just singing along with the music, and he's laughing at me. Or so music is definitely sternly ingrained into who I am.
I love that. I love it. So when did you really start focusing on your gift? So of course, like you said, riding around, you started hearing, the different music and just music that surrounded you anyway. But when did you discover that music was your passion?
I would say to start the drums at 9, I knew I wanted to be active in the music. But as far as when I really tapped into the passion of the music, I was a little older. I would say when I got to be around maybe my mid 20s, I was like, I love this.
Mm,
And of course, when you practice for hours on end, you really must love it because
yes.
there are times, uh, a lot of the instruments that I play, I taught myself. So it took a lot of practice, and so I would literally practice from 6 in the evening to 6 the next morning, and drove
Wow.
my mother crazy. Uh, but that's when I knew I'm like, I can do this and not get tired of it. So I knew then it was a true passion, and I felt it was kind of like my calling to do it.
Mm. Beautiful. So you said you play multiple instruments. It's the drums and piano, or are there other instruments that you play as well?
So drums, piano, organ. I also recently, within the last few years, picked up the bass.
Okay.
So I mess around in acoustic, but definitely the bass. I love different instrumentation and sound, so I'll try and challenge myself. Tried the horns. I said no, my lips were hurting too much. I said I'm gonna leave that alone for somebody else.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, so
That one wasn't.
piano, keys and bass. I really I love that bottom of the bass. So I said let me try it.
Yeah, yes, indeed. I love that. As we were speaking earlier, I said you were talking about technology and different things. And I said, oh, so you're ever learning. So that's so true because, like you said, just recently you started picking up the bass, and teaching yourself more things. So I think it's great that when you have a passion for something and a love for something, that you dive in. I
Right.
mentioned to someone the other day, I think, no, I know that this is my passion. You know what I'm saying? This is something that I love because they said when you love something so much that you would do it for free, that you found
That's
your
right.
passion. you know. And so it's been a blessing for me as well, because I get to meet so many awesome and amazing people such as yourself, you know, who are able to take their stories to the world, you know, and different people across different areas to find out who you are, you know. And so it's a
Right.
blessing to be able to share your story and your gift with so many. So I just think it's great. Learning is great. Keep learning, y'all. Keep learning. So I want to
Yes.
go over to the comments. I have Chanel Sanders here. Chanel is actually my sister, my little sister. She's watching from Arizona, but we are originally from Indiana. She said, "Hey, loves," and she also gave a shout out to the Midwest. That's
Hey,
right.
I got family in Arizona too.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's awesome. Awesome. Yes, indeed. So I saw a video recently. You were playing in this video, and you said that one of your favorite artists is Teddy Riley, right?
Yeah.
And so I
Yes.
was looking at that, and I wanted to know how his music inspired you, and have you incorporated any of the sounds into your current music?
Well, I would say from a producer standpoint, Teddy Riley is so exact, so clean with his music. It hits. So Teddy Riley, of course, has produced Guy, Aaron Hall, Blackstreet, but even on the
Mhm.
gospel side, he produced for the Winans.
Yeah.
He's produced songs for Michael Jackson, produced songs for Janet, and just is just a
Yes.
sound. So a lot of some of his mood bass sounds on there, I definitely incorporate that. Even some of his chord patterns, just you know, I love his style because it's
Yes.
always something that gets you moving, and you can tell he incorporates excellence in all of his productions. So I think I would say out of all music people, I only categorize a few people as music geniuses.
Mm,
Geniuses. So, and I would say Teddy Riley is one of them because first thing, he's not boxed into one genre. He can do
right.
anything, but his quality, the sound quality, everything is just always pristine. And so I've always looked up to that. So um, he's one of the producers. Percy Beatty, a well-known producer. I listened to just the exactness, and I've actually been able to be in the studio with a few of them just to
Oh
see
wow.
how precise they are. Well, they'll literally go over one section for like an hour because they have to
Mm,
have it precisely like they hear it. And that's how
yes.
I am. I'm a perfectionist, and if I don't play something exactly how I hear it, I do it
Mm-hmm.
over again. And so ad nauseum sometimes, and I'll get frustrated with myself. But definitely, like I said, Teddy Riley is a really wonderful producer, and I just try and emulate the excellence that he incorporates.
That's great. That's great. All I could say to that is no diggity, no doubt.
Right.
I have Carla Cash in the comments. She said, "Hi, Matthew is a music maestro. I'm waiting on the next Matt mix. Fire."
Yes.
Yes,
Thanks,
indeed.
Carla.
Hi, Carla. Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for watching, Carla. She said a Matt mix. I know that's right, Carla. So let's
Uh,
moving forward. As a lover of music in 2000, you decided to start Chordmony Music.
mhm.
Why did you decide to start your company, and what genres of music do you work with within it?
So, just realizing by that time I had already written songs for several people's and seven written songs for my own personal jazz band group. And I said, I'm like, you know what? I'm really digging this. But I want to get into this, but have my own decision making process, my own brand. And I'm like, I want to, I guess, kind of always barge into the beat of my own drum. I was never
Mhm.
just a follower, where you just whatever. No, I like, okay, let me set my own path, and I'll get advice from people, but I still wanted to set my own path. And so I was thinking, what name would encompass what I'm really trying to do.
Right.
And when I thought about it, the name Chordmony, it's a combination of chords because I play keys, and then harmony because I create songs with different harmonies, even harmonizing with the keys when you're making chords. So I said, let me meld them together, and it's
Right.
Chordmony. And so that's what I've been going with for the past 20 years. Officially incorporated my company in 2020. So I am a legit business. So, but Chordmony, music, I would say my music especially is an extension of me. You get to know me actually through my music because I'm so tied to it and I put my heart into it. So to know my heart is to hear it through the music.
That's beautiful. So to know Matthew, you put it all out there in the music, and you
Yes.
do. Like I said, when I was watching the videos, I'm like, this guy is good. And it's something just soothing about your sound, whether it's upbeat or it's slow tempo, it's still just very soothing. And so I want to share with those that are watching. First of all, if you are watching, thank you again. And please subscribe to Talented Thursdays. Also, make sure that you're sharing the video and giving us some hearts. I need the algorithm for this show to go up because I'm bringing you great interviews with people like Matthew, such as Matthew himself. I have, let's see, straight out your pantry into your mouth. Let's see. Ask him in his family, what family duo is the kings of the game bags?
Oh no. I can tell who this is. That's my cousin Cedric.
Hi, Cedric.
I can see by so of course sports is another passion of my family.
Okay.
And when we get together, bags, or as other people may call it, cornhole, it is a serious situation. It's serious business.
You.
So we had bragging rights, we won a championship. So so what up, Cedric?
Hey, Cedric. I was looking at the name, straight out your pantry into your mouth. I'm like, okay.
So Cedric is a chef. So that's
it.
his. So and he's also. So I knew him because I saw the icon. He's an alpha too. So 858. So I knew who it was.
Alpha man. You said, I know who that is. He came in. He said, well, look, he told me to ask who the king of the game bags
it's
is.
Me and said. Me and said. That's for all the longs out there.
I love it. Let's see. I'm gonna move forward. I want to show the people some of your music, and as a treat, I just wanted to let y'all know to keep watching because Matthew is going to play something for us live in a little bit. But I'm gonna show you one of his songs that I came across called Peaceful Shores. This is by Matthew Long. I know. They want some more, Matthew. They want some more, but I ain't got no more of that song for y'all yet. You got to find out where to follow Matthew so you can get all of his music. Like he said, he is not new to this. He is definitely true to this. He's had his business for over 20 years now, but Matthew has been a musician since age 9. So he's doing what he loves. Tell me about that song there.
Well, just sometimes I'll hear like melodies. I'll be doing something around the house, or just, sitting around, and I'll accidentally stumble on an idea. And so a lot of times the way I name my songs is basically, what place does it take me to when I play it,
Mm-hmm.
when I hear it. And so when I started playing, I'm like, it kind of put me in a peaceful shoreline, just walking along the beach and just listening to nature and just the stillness of nature sometimes, and putting you in a place of calm and peace. And the music kind of interprets that, my vision of that. And so that's how it came up on the Peaceful Shores. And I hope when people hear it, it kind of puts them in a relaxed, calm, peaceful environment with themselves.
Absolutely. Well, I can tell you that it's doing its job, okay? Because I just got that little snippet, but I'm telling you, it's just like, ooh, you can definitely feel the peace through that song. So thank you for sharing that with us. Your cousin Cedric is talking again, straight out your pantry into your mouth. He said his uncles, along with his dad, had a band back in the day. Music
That's right.
runs deep in his family.
Yes,
He
it
also
does.
said, the entire family is so proud of him. That's
Thank
beautiful.
you. And
I
they're
love
in
it.
Houston, Texas, so I'm glad they're safe
Oh,
down in there with those floods and things. But yeah, they're
yes,
down in Houston, Texas. So I appreciate my Texas family.
absolutely. Shout out to those of you in Texas. I have family there as well. But Cedric, I think it's awesome that you are shouting your cousin out and showing him love. He said the entire family is so proud of him. So that is a beautiful thing. Beautiful. And I can see how easy that is, to be proud of you. And just meeting you, you have such a humble spirit and just a calmness to you. So I'm sure that they are very proud, and I am honored to have you tonight.
Thank you. I'm glad to be here. It's such an honor.
Thank you. So, tell me, Matthew, why is knowing the music business important to an artist? Because a lot of times, artists get into the industry, whether it's independent or if they get signed to a label, and all they want to do is sing. I just want to 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 play. Whatever their gift is, they just want to do that. But in the end, when they're not getting their bread, or let me say money, or when they're
Mhm.
not being treated fairly, or someone has taken their writings and things like that, they're sad. So why is it important to know the music side, I'm sorry, the business side of the industry?
Well, the number one reason is because you'll get robbed blind.
Hmm.
And you know, I really, I've actually helped other people and consulted in this. So I have a business degree specifically because I wanted to make sure to run my company legitimately. And one of the things that you're taught is to protect your intellectual property,
Very
because
good.
so many people have been broke and lost out on income because they didn't protect what they created.
Hmm.
So I always say there's the business of music business. One, copyrighting your items, making sure if you are a company, you want to make sure to set up your company with the federal government and with your state to get the EIN number, all of that, properly registered with the state. So you are not seen as a hobby. You're seen as a
Hmm.
legitimate company. Um, but the main thing is protecting what's yours, your assets. Another thing where I try and tell people in setting up a music business, set it apart from your personal. That's why it's good to have an LLC or incorporation or something like that, because it
Hmm.
separates your personal assets from your business assets. So if something happens with the business, no one can come after your personal items. So it's very important to have that stuff established. But at the very baseline, you want to protect your intellectual property so you can get the money that you are working so hard to create. If someone else steals your song and you didn't copyright it, you can't prove anything. So
Hmm.
you want to, before I put anything out for public consumption, uh, I have it copyrighted. And now the process is so much easier than it used to be. Back in the day, you have to fill out a paper form, mail it in, and they'll tell you it could be 6 to 9 months before it's registered. Now you
Wow.
can do the copyrights online, and within seconds, everything's logged in. And so a lot of people don't even understand the setup of composition and things. So I say I'm a songwriter and a composer.
Mm-hmm.
Well, what's the same thing? No, it's not. According to the Library of Congress, a song is comprised of lyrics and music. The person that
Mm-hmm.
writes the lyrics is the lyricist. The person that creates the music is the composer.
Mm.
So if you do both of them, yeah, you are the songwriter in total. But I collaborate with people. So I work with people where they've come up with the words and I've come up with the music. We're just as much co-writers of that song because both the components. So you want to understand your role in the song, and you want to understand how to register it. And it's several entities that you would want to register your song with, because I've been blessed. I get royalties from 3 different sources for the
Come
same
on,
song.
royalties. Yes,
So
I love it.
so it's really important to understand the business of the music business. One, to protect what's yours, and so you can
Mm-hmm.
earn as much as from your work. I'm sorry, you don't want anyone else benefiting from your work.
Right.
So that was the biggest thing for me. Make sure all the paperwork is together.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I've also learned that when you are working with someone else, well, 2 things, but when you're working with someone else, to make sure that you talk about those splits and things up front when it
Hmm.
comes to writing music together, because someone may feel like they did 50%, and really they did 20, and so those are things that need to be discussed before a song really blows up, because
Hmm.
at that point, everybody's going to want to grab, and
Right.
so I think that's excellent. The information that you shared is excellent, because a lot of times when we as creatives have something written, or something we recorded in the studio, we want to share it with the world, and so we get excited and we play it for a cousin, and the cousin play it for his friend, and the next thing you know, you hear your little beat on the radio or somewhere else, and
Mhm.
it's too late. And so it's so important, like you said, to make sure that those copyright elements are in place. And Matthew, so much more than I do even about that, but just the little things that I know I learned, by trial and error, but you have studied deeply to know these things. So kudos to you for sure.
Amen. And I
Yes,
had people in the
indeed.
ministry to help me along too. So, they say you learn from experience. It doesn't have to be
Hmm.
your own experience either. I can learn from
Right.
someone else's bad experience and listen to, being coachable and things of that nature. And so I definitely would tell anybody, just protect your creation,
Right.
protect your creation.
Yeah, like for myself, when I write a song, because I'm a songwriter, singer songwriter as well. When I write a song, typically God gives it to me with the, tune or the melody in place. So when I get with the musicians, I'm not just giving them a set of lyrics, but I'm telling them this part goes like this part goes
Mhm.
like that, And so for me, that's part of composing, that I've
Right.
already composed, portions of the song as well. They're kind of filling in the gaps. So there's so many ins and outs to know, so it's important to know that music history and business, everyone that's out there that wants to go into the industry, because like he said, if you don't know it, you can definitely be robbed blind in
And don't be
in
afraid to
any
put things in
genre.
writing.
Yes,
Like, you
absolutely.
know,
Yes, and I'm saying
if it's in
again,
black and white, it's hard to contend in court.
yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Good stuff. Now, I want you to imagine that a new artist comes to see you, and this is the very first time that they've been in the studio. What
Okay.
tips or techniques would you give when they come in and they're a babe to the studio?
Well, a tip that I give: come prepared. Everything starts with your preparation. You want to know your words. You want to have practice, but be prepared to work. And,
Mm-hmm.
and I say, I'm kind of tough a little bit. I'm a little tough in the studio, but that's
Okay.
because I'm trying to draw out what's in you.
The
And
best.
so I'll say relax and just sing. Don't overthink it. I think, and sometimes you can tell when a singer is thinking too much while they're
Mm-hmm.
singing. Because if you're overthinking, you don't really have time to tap into the music and really feel it. Let the music carry you. So I say just relax, don't overthink, just sing, and whatever we need to tighten up and fix, we'll do that. But just sing
Mm-hmm.
and enjoy it. Don't put too much pressure on yourself, um, and just really hone in and do you. Um, that's one of my first pieces of advice. Just be yourself, tap in, relax, and just sing. Just go ahead and be you.
Be you. That's a great tip because I'm one of those. I have to warm up in the studio, and I've been in the studio a lot, but I have to warm up. I have to be comfortable because I will overthink. But like you said, when you allow yourself to just flow and you feel that music, whether it's up tempo, mid tempo, whatever, when you allow yourself to feel and allow God to flow through you, then you can truly get the magic, for lack of a better word, that we're looking for in the studio. And
Right,
so that's a great tip, just to tell them to be themselves, to relax,
right.
and be yourself. So you have been scoring music as well, right? You've been working on some projects. Are you able to
Yeah.
talk about some of those things?
Well, a couple of things. I did score for a wonderful independent television series called Season. Shout out to the season cast. Miss Aretha Tatum brought me in to work on a song that she wrote the lyrics, and um, so I was able
Tell
to
us
do
the
it
name
for
of
a
the
TV show.
show
It's
again.
called Season. Seasoned.
Season. Season. Okay,
Yes.
great.
So the premise is a group of more mature, seasoned ladies decide to follow their music passion to become a group. And so it's streaming on Tubi. Actually, it's had over 2 million views already. So they do
Wow.
pretty well. And I've had the fortune of scoring for independent film for a friend of mine, Neil Jackson, and it was about the plight of the black man. It's called The Four Eyes of Black Man, and so I was able to do all the music for the independent film. And so there is a project I was asked to do recently. I'm not at liberty to say everything, but I will say it's a very huge opportunity for me on a very huge platform. So God has opened doors, and so I'm just grateful for that, and
Yes.
I'm ready to walk through the doors.
Absolutely. Well, congratulations on all of those projects. I have to check them out. They sound good. Seasons, I'm like, okay, come on and start a group. So that's going to
Yeah.
be something that I am looking for on Tubi as well. And definitely looking forward to hearing about your great project when you can share. So feel free to come back and share with the viewers what you have going on. I can't wait until you're able to drop that news. Go ahead and come on back and give me an exclusive once you can drop it, okay?
You got it. You got it.
Absolutely. Again, thank you all so much for watching tonight. Please continue to hit those hearts and the shares and the likes and all of those things. Continue to comment. Tonight, I am talking with Matthew Long Jr. Also, I am a part of Vegas Praise. So make sure that you download the app for Vegas Praise so you can hear what's going on in Las Vegas and you can hear great music and great word as well, and rebroadcast of Talented Thursday. So make sure that you're listening. Now, Matthew, he plays the music, and I've been loving all of these things, but I found one of my favorite songs that he did, and it is so beautiful, literally. So I'm going to play a clip of that as well. Take a listen. I'm going to take it back. There we go.
be always here by your side. Girl, don't you know you're so beautiful? I wanna give all my love to you, girl. Not just tonight, but the rest of your life. I wanna be always here by your side.
I know, y'all. It wasn't enough. We needed more of that. I'm telling you, that is beautiful. It's called So Beautiful, of course. But Matthew, your rendition of that song is so pretty. I just need you to know that. And I want more. I want more. Okay.
Yeah, yes.
Yes,
Well,
indeed.
I love that song. I've always loved the song, and
Yes.
so I know as Carla mentioned, Matt Mix Mondays. My what I call
Mm,
Matt Mix. I'll take a song and instead of playing it the way it's always done,
right.
I'll create a new interpretation that hopefully fits with singing. So I said, well, let me try a little something here, and it just worked out well. But I love that song too.
Absolutely. Very pretty mix. So thank you, Matt Mix. He did his thing on there. So tell me, after listening to a Matthew Long album, what would you like the listener to take away? What should their takeaway be?
Well, I always want people to feel good. I want my
Mhm.
music to put them in a good space, a good headspace, a good spiritual space, but also for them to feel, hey, I know him a little bit better through his music,
Yeah.
and to hear the message that I'm relaying. So, of course, I love gospel music. And so, uh, my gospel album, I definitely want people to see that I love God and God loves me, but I also
Yes.
want other people to come to know the love of God and how, because I can say without God, I am nothing.
Mm.
He's brought me through so many things and he's given me this ability. And so this is my way to give back to him, by letting others to feel good, to get connected and closer to him through the music.
Absolutely. Absolutely. It's like that song, What Shall I Render? Right? When God has given us so much, we want to give him our everything. And I definitely hear that in your music, Matt. And I'm telling you, Carla said, Matt is, where is it? There it is. Matt is so talented. Yes, he is. I have been talking with him a short time, but just in the short time, like I said, just his presence, his character is it's sweet, and I just appreciate you for that. And I'm sure, like I said, those around you do as well. You're so talented, Carla said.
Yeah, actually going to be working with Carla on some music. So we already started creating. So be on the lookout for herself too.
Okay, all right. I see it. Carla Cash with a K. Carla with a K, Cash with a K. So be on the lookout for that young lady as well. So, Matthew, I want to kind of spin a little bit just for a second. And I want you to play something for the viewers. Do you have something in mind?
Yeah, I'll play a little something. I'm gonna be fancy, and I'm gonna switch my camera view because I can be extra. So,
I love extra. That's right up my lane.
so this is a song that I love to play. It's "Change Me, Oh God" by Tamla Man.
Oh, yes, sir.
So let me see. Can you hear that?
I sure can.
All right, let's see.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You better be glad you're not in Vegas because I'll be calling you all the time. I'll be like, now listen here, Matthew. I'm coming over. So
Oh, I love it.
amazing. Yes. Very
Thank you.
wow. Just anointed to do what you
Thank you.
do. Yes.
Thank
Carla
you.
is absolutely right. She said, Matt is so talented, but I will add anointed as well. Such a gift.
Thank you
Such a
so much.
gift. Yeah, that was pretty. That was pretty. That's all I'm gonna say about that. That was pretty.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yes, thank you. Thank you. Let's see. Tell me where we can find you. Tell my viewers where they can find you. Um, because I believe that you're still looking for artists for your label, Chordmony. And you have artists that you work with, and you're a composer, producer, all these things. Or maybe somebody just want to listen to Matthew's music. I know I do. So where can they find you?
Well, I'm on all social media platforms. I'm on Facebook, Matthew Long Jr. No, names. It's simply Matthew Long Jr. I'm on Instagram, Matthew Long Jr. Courtmany Music. I have my own YouTube channel, Courtmany Music Incorporated, and I have my website, www.courtmanymusic.com. And so I also have a personal artist website, www.thematthewlongjr.com.
That's great. Thank you so much for sharing. Am I frozen on your end? Because I'm looking frozen on my end. Can you hear me well?
I can hear you. You're frozen, but at least you're frozen with a smile.
Literally. Yes.
uh,
Oh my goodness. I don't know why I'm frozen, Matthew, but I want to tell you thank you so much for joining me this evening. It has been such a pleasure and an honor. I'm almost afraid to refresh that I'll lose you. So at least, we can hear each other. But thank you again so much for everything, for your yes, for sharing your gift, for sharing your music business sense, all of those things, and just for being Matthew. Do you have
I think we lost. I think we lost her.
can you hear
There.
me?
Yeah, I'm
Hi.
back. Can you hear me?
Yes, we
I said,
both
oh, well,
fell
maybe I'm
off.
going to host the show. No, it's like,
Yes, you could have taken over. I tell you, I trust you. Yes, I have a Stella Simmons. She is actually an artist in Tacoma, Washington. She said yes. Thank you, Mr. Long. So she has been watching as well. Thank you, Estella, for watching.
thank you.
I'm not sure what happened, technical difficulties, but as I was saying, if you did not hear me, thank you for everything. Thank you for your yes. Thank you for sharing your gift. Thank you for your music business information that you gave us tonight, and just simply thank you for being you. Are there any closing words that you would like to have for me or the viewers? You may have a word of encouragement.
Well, I want to first again thank you, Kimberly, for the invite. Normally how some people reach out on social media and like, this looks a little iffy, but
Yeah.
the way I could tell in your words that you were a genuine soul, and so you've been nothing but kind to me, and so I appreciate what you're doing because this platform uh, takes people who may not be as well known and it puts them out there. So you're blessing others through your platform. So I just want
Thank
to
you.
thank you, and I pray God's richest blessings on you that He will take your platform and blow it up, because this is something, in music it only shows a certain subset of people. If you're not this person, I guess they're the only talented person. What you're
Right.
doing is showing there's so many other talented people in this society. So thank
Yeah.
you for doing that. And that's really the premise of my recording label. I want to get people that may not be as well known and help them and push them forward so they can be well known. So thank you for that. And for all of those who have supported me, listen to my music, watch my videos, I really thank you for that support, because it can be lonely sometimes. I have times of self-doubt. Is it good enough? Will people enjoy it?
Mhm.
But I just thank you all for just really supporting me. I thank God for my family supporting me, and I just look forward to more things. More things are coming. So just a little shameless plug for
Yeah.
I am going to be releasing a smooth jazz album in the fall. So I'll be keeping everybody up to date. So those tunes that you've seen on the little clips, they will
Uh-huh.
actually be on the album.
Oh, yay! That is exciting news. Thank you for that. Exciting news. And thank you for your words to me, just words of encouragement. That's what we're here for, just to encourage and inspire one another. And yes, it's hard reaching out, like to people on social media, because like you said, am I real? Am I not? Is this something that's legit? But I thank God that He let my spirit resonate through, and we were able to connect, as the church would say, for such a time as this.
Amen. Let the church say amen.
Let the church say amen. I have a few more comments I want to get to, and we'll wrap things up. Danny Marie, who is one of the podcast gurus out there, she said, very beautiful. She has a question to you. She said, is it challenging to give a title to instrumentals, or does it come very easy?
It can be challenging. I will say this for me, because I've been doing instrumentals for so long. I immediately go to, what does this song, the first thing the song makes me think about when I play it?
Mm-hmm.
What mood, what setting, what thought process? And I typically can come up with a name to tap directly into that feeling that I get. So I compose the song with around that feeling, and hopefully I can impart that feeling to the audience.
Absolutely. Great answer. She had a follow-up question. She said, Matthew, thanks for sharing your talent and insights. As a podcaster, what advice do you have for me about adding music to my podcast?
Well, the first thing is to have the right equipment. The right equipment, hardware and software. Now, I'm not paid by them, but I am an Apple guy.
Mm-hmm.
I love Apple, and so the Mac platforms, it's really, really good for music. Anybody who's in creative process, music, or video editing, things, podcasts, the Macs are really good for that. But also, I use the Zoom platform. It's the Zoom Live Track 12, but they have a 4-track specifically for podcasts, where you can plug in actual microphones. You can actually plug your phone line where people can call into the show and be heard through the broadcast. So having the right equipment is definitely going to be key with your podcast. So I definitely like Apple. the Zoom brand, even down to your microphones. And again, I'm not a paid sponsor, but they can if they want to sponsor. But
I know that's
sure,
right.
Shure microphones, AKG microphones. So you want to have the right microphone, right mixer, and the right cables. You don't
Awesome.
want the little cheap cables. You want the invest. If you're going to do it, invest in your equipment. So that's the
Very good.
baseline to really having a great podcast.
Very good. Very good. I'm going to take some of those things and tuck them away because you gave me some info too, Matthew. Thank you.
You're
Just a few
welcome.
more. Yes, I have Chanel. She said, love it. Great job, Matthew, on spilling those good nuggets. 100 thumbs up. And she
Thank you
also
so
said,
much.
good job, Kimberly Eichelle. Thank you. Thank
Yes, Kimberly Eichelle is awesome.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. And Estella says, sweet music, so calming. Yes,
Thank
indeed.
you.
I totally agree. Beautiful music. Yes. Danielle at the end said, sign my sister. We'll talk offline.
All right.
Thank you, sister. I appreciate it. Yes, indeed. But Matthew, it has been such an honor. Thanks to all of you who have been watching. If you are interested in being on Talented Television or Talented Thursdays, please email me talentedtelevision@gmail.com. If you follow me on Facebook or something, you could DM me, but I need to see what you got. Or if you have a cousin out there that loves you, like, was it Cedric? Was that your cousin's name?
Cedric, yeah.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
like Cedric loves Matthew. If you got a cousin out there and you think your cousin is good for this show, then go ahead and refer them over. In the meantime and in between time, I love you all so much. Please share, like, comment. Follow my phenomenal guest, Mr. Matthew Long, because he has so much more to come. That's all, y'all. I want to say good night to each and every one of you, to the Stellars. Have fun this weekend. I'm supposed to be there, y'all. So I'll have some video at some point, but not tonight. I'll see y'all later. Take care. Bye. Tell them bye, Matthew.
Bye. Good night, everyone.
All right. Bye bye. Stay with me, Matthew.
Yeah.